Welcome back to another episode in the NFL Rejects franchise, the franchise where we build a team out of players that no other NFL team would want. Regular season free agents, age 30 or older, not allowed to trade, not allowed to draft, and this episode here is the episode where we start rebuilding or building a team from scratch. We're kicking off the off-season episode here, and yeah, this will be a short one. We're basically just going to move through the off-season. We're not going to sign players in free agency. We're not going to partake in the draft. Our work starts at the beginning of preseason when players are freed up. Something that's very important for this franchise here, of course, is the retirements view, because these are the players that are interesting for us and for this team to pick up. So the Texans lose Calvin Noy, Ben Jones, Jimmy Ward. The Vikings lose Harrison Smith. That's a very good, strong safety right there, along with Jimmy Ward. Would have been good prospects for us. Graham Gano retires. Raheem Mostert retires. Duran Harmon, Melvin Ingram, Robert Quinn, Riley O'Reilly, Michael Scofield, Gabe Jackson, Matt Paradis, Taylor Lewin, Taysom Hill, Ryan Tannehill all retire from the NFL. Cameron Hayward leaves, Cameron Jordan leaves, Matt Stafford leaves, Tyron Smith, Michael Burton, Greg Zuerlein, Thomas Morstead, big names in here, Brandon Graham, Robbie Gould, Teron Armstead, would have loved to bring him in, was that Levante David, Bobby Wagner, and here we go, Marquise Goodwin. These are the free agents that were still available. Sure, there's going to be one or two that we had on our roster as well. Let's just go through this real quick here. Nick Foles is here. Who else do we see? Deshaun Gibson, we never really signed him though. Lawrence Guy, Linville Joseph, Lane Gabbert, Troy Hill, who else? Malcolm Butler and Patrick Peterson. He has retired in the wildcard round because we lost that game, so that was a scenario right there. When we now look at our team, this is the team that is left here. Just a quick look at the lineup. You will see that we have a few gaping holes in there for backfilling as best we can. Still a commendable team, but you can immediately see that a lot of players have gone down pretty hard. Chandler Jones from an 80 down to a 74. Adrian Amos is no longer a start F3 player. He's a 79 rated player now. For Jaron Kersey, who did go up, Frank Clark went down, Jordan Hicks went down, Denzel Perriman went down, Preston Smith went down. A lot of regression numbers right here. Nelson Aguilar, Robbie Chosen going down. But that's exactly the idea of this franchise. 200% regression. All right, that's said and done. Let's move on to next week. Player renegotiation week. Usually this is a very exciting week in franchises, franchise series, but not here. Here, basically all players are up for negotiation. Some are interested, some are not. Throwing money at these dudes would be absolutely silly, so I will just be releasing all the players, and as you know, we're going to be starting the re-signing process at the beginning of preseason. Time for the draft recap. As you can see, we didn't draft anybody. We had 0 picks overall, of course. I will be just showing you the top 10 picks that top 10 prospects that were picked, if you put it correctly. So the Broncos go for Shedeur Sanders. That's the son of Primetime Coach Prime, of course. Hidden Dave trait player, 78 overall. Then we've got Travis Hunter, cornerback, going to the Texans. Jaheim Otis out of Alabama, D-tackle, going to the Cardinals. Patrick Payton, left outside linebacker, now with the Buccaneers. Harold Perkins, mid linebacker, Texans. Will Campbell, left tackle, joining the Vikings. Mikael Williams, left edge, now a New York Jet. Walter Nolan, D-tackle, a Panther. Ethan Burke, right edge, a Colt. Trey Zoon, the third left tackle, now with the Chargers. Just going to be moving through these really quickly. Just pause it if you want to take a closer look at a position or a player right here. I think all the big names were gone anyways. This is not a very interesting class, if you ask me. The 2025 draft class, 2023, 2024, those were super interesting in my opinion. But yeah, these here, not as much. So yeah, with this handled, we will now be moving on to the beginning of preseason and we'll start building our team for real. We arrived at week 1 of preseason 2025. This is the season. And yeah, you can see the Bisons are 0-0-0. We are at 0 players out of 75. And now we will be diving into the free agency pool, just taking a look which players will be able to play for us next season, eligible and yeah, probably interested as well since no other team took them. We've got 70 spots to fill, so let's start doing that immediately. Upon entering, I can immediately see quite a few really brilliant names right there that I'd love to bring in, so that's fantastic. Let's go through this by position, of course. Again, QB is the big head scratcher, of course. I do see a few names that I like, but yeah, just looking at the overalls, this is really, really brutal. These players are going down so hard, going down so much in overalls. It's really hurting. Alright, so let's just go with the best ones that are available. So Kirk Cousins, here we go. Doesn't mean that he has to be the starter, by the way. Joshua Dobbs, he's a player that is actually pretty good right now with the Vikings, so might even be a good idea to do that. Bring him in. Derek Carr ahead of Jacoby Brissett. Who would I like more? I'm gonna bring in both, just because at the moment we can. Alright, we can just bring in players, take a look at them, see how they develop. We don't really have to, you know, tie down the team until the beginning of regular season. Aaron Jones, what a great player to bring in to our team. This is fantastic. The 22nd best running back, and he's on our team. Now that's fantastic. Alvin Kamara is the next one that we're going to bring in. Another started player. He has regressed hard, but doesn't matter. Kareem Hunt right here. Who else is available? Jamal Williams, Leonard Fournette down here, James Conner, man. Oh, I mean, I really like these dudes. Brought them in towards the end of the season. They were 80 rated. Right? Just saying, this is a very hard regression franchise right here. So Kareem Hunt, let's bring in you. And who should be my 4th running back? Because I think we need 4 due to the injuries that we're gonna pick up. I think James Conner is one that I just really like a lot. He still looks pretty decent, so let's go with him. There we go. Fullback, what do we do here? We've got CJ Ham looking good. Zach Ertz is still looking pretty good actually. I actually liked what Ertz was doing, so we're going to be bringing him. Here we go. He could double in other positions as well, so that was very good. CJ Ham, let's bring him in as well. And yeah, I feel like a kid in a candy shop right now. Kendrick Bourne, here we go. Some big names immediately to be seen on the names list here. Odell Beckham Jr., that is freaking fantastic. Big names, man, really big names. Who else? Michael Thomas, wow. All right, Michael Thomas was a mainstay in the Crusaders franchise. It's really good there. Crazy important, and was with us for a very long time. Brandon Cooks joining us. Josh Reynolds, 30 and 76. Or do we go with Adam Thielen, who was absolutely brilliant as a slot wide receiver? We're gonna go with him. There we go. Tight ends. Let's take a look here. This is gonna be a little bit more tricky, I think. Yeah. OJ Howard, all right, 70 rated. That's the best one we can find. Next up, what do we do? Mo Ali Cox, of course, he was good last time around. Tight end position is hard to find. It's really hard to find players here. Jonnu Smith, all right, I like this. Apart from that, I don't see any eligible players that I would really like to bring. Max Williams, Hayden Hurst going down hard. Austin Cooper, yeah, he's too low now. Yeah, that's a no. Left tackle, let's see, Charles Leno Jr. Alright, you're in, my man. 76 rated at the left tackle position. And Joe Noteboom, formerly of the Los Angeles Rams, 73 rated. What's next? Donovan Smith, 3270. Let's keep going here. Isaac Seumalo, I like this. Big dude, strong player, 6'4", 303 pounds. There we go. 76 at left guard. Who's next? Laken Tomlinson. He's injured. Bring in AJ Can. I'm gonna go with Laken Tomlinson here. I feel like this is the right thing to do. At center, big question. Billy Price. Yeah, he's the best one to go for anyways. So let's go with Billy Price here. 71 rated. And John Feliciano behind him. This is always tricky. We might switch another player over, but that's a weak position right now. Kevin Zeitler, right guard. That is good. 75. Looking solid. Who else do we see? Graham Glasgow or Trey Turner. Who's this? I like him, but the question is he the right one? I think I'm going to go with Trey Turner. He has slightly higher strength. Graham Glasgow is 85, 83 awareness. Now, let's go with Graham Glasgow. Backup anyways, so there we go. Right tackle, fantastic. George Fant, great player. Great addition to the team, immediately solid on that right position. And Jermaine Fady, yeah, it's gonna be in again. 69 overall. Do feel like he still has something to prove with the rejects. Let's look at defense. Taekwon Lewis, 30 and 72. I don't see anybody else here that immediately, catches my eye. So let's go down here. Larry Ogunjobi, the once moot Dean Lowry, Dante Fowler Jr. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Larry Ogunjobi here. There we go. So, left edge set. What about D-tackle? Maurice Hurst. Fantastic. Come on, my man. Looking at a big buff dude here. Michael Pierce, that's another great name for the D-tackle position. Loving this one. David Onyemata. Jerron Reed. Matt Yanidis has gone down slightly. Malik Collins. Fletcher Cox, man. I'm going to bring in Fletcher Cox again. I like him a lot. Really like him a lot. But David Onyemata has to be in there as well. Again, we're going to be cutting the roster down anyways later. Right edge. Dietrich Weiss Jr. Fantastic. Formerly with the Patriots. And now we've got 6'6" powerhouse with us. Samson Ebickham. Nice. We also could go for Yannick Ngakoue here. Who's this? Chandler Jones, 73. That's sadly a little bit too low for me. Gonna go with Samson Ebickham for the moment. Again, we need backup alternatives anyways. Blake Cashman, too young, so Tyus Bowser will be taking over the left outside linebacking position. 71 overall. Nothing too crazy here. And Frank Clark coming back to the rejects. It won't be the Bisons, telling you that. Mid linebacker, Drew Tranquil. CJ Mosley. Oh, this is awesome, guys. This is awesome. Again, feeling like a freaking kid in a candy shop. We're immediately bringing in good players here that are gonna be very helpful in pressuring opposing offenses. Oh, Anthony Walker Jr. Like a third one. Who's this? Nicholas Morrow, Caden Ellis, Eric Kendricks. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Eric Kendricks joins the rejects. Shaquille Brett, welcome to the rejects, my man. Solid option at the right outside linebacker position. Let's take a look. Who else can we go for? Preston Smith. Pretty far down. First eligible player when you look at this here. Cornerbacks. Stephon Gilmore, welcome to the team. What a stud. What a great player. Very happy to have him on the team. James Bradbury IV. And another big name. 79 rated. Oh, this is awesome. Michael Davis, Levi Wallace, Jonathan Jones. Who's this? Marcus Peters, Byron Jones. Oh, this is fantastic, man. Mike Hilton, Cameron Sutton, Jordan Lewis. Going a little bit lower here now with the overalls. So let's go back up here. Just take a look at who we're going to bring in. I think Michael Davis is a no-brainer. 78 is pretty good. What's this? Levi Wallace, Jonathan Jones, Marcus Peters. I am feeling Marcus Peters a little bit more because he's stronger. He has a higher strength rating than the other dudes. So there we go. Cornerback is in. And let's bring in Levi Wallace as well as the 5th cornerback. Always good to have options. Free safety. Tracy Walker III. Boom. Welcome to the team. You will now be playing for us. And Adrian Phillips, 33-72. Not the highest overall, I know, but I feel like these players have something to add. This is out of the starting blocks. This is fantastic. Marcus May at strong safety, Chuck Clark, Jared Kersey, Adrian Amos would really have good pick here. Of course, I'm going to be going for Chuck Clark. He is a scheme fit, and he's just really veteran enough to be helpful here. Jake Elliott, the best kicker here currently. Kaimi Fairbairn, Harrison Butker, also an option. Well, let's lower Boswell. So these are already declining. Jake Elliott, let's just take a look at kick power, kick accuracy. Yeah, I think this is a good one to go for. Bringing in a solid kicker. What about a good punter? Best one, Brian Anger. We're gonna go with him. Riley Dixon's also available. But I think Brian Anger is a good choice. 89 power at 82 accuracy. It's not fantastic, but yeah, probably the best we can currently hope for. Alright, so next step. After building this team, let's just give this a quick think, alright? Last season, we pushed into the playoffs. We had a pretty solid team, but we sorely lacked one thing, and that was luck. We lacked the luck, and we lacked the help from the injury gods. We had a lot of injured players. We had a lot of tired players. So what we will be doing now is we will be relocating again. We will be picking a different name, and that name, guys, is one that I have already decided upon. And it's gonna be, I mean, it was torn, alright? I'm gonna show you the options that I was thinking about. I was thinking of the Voyagers. I really think this is a super clean one. I was looking at the Thunderbirds. They're also looking really nice. I was looking at the Shamrocks. I was looking at the, what's his face? Which one was it? I think it was the Golden Eagles. This is also a really nice one. I love this one, but are we golden already? I don't think so. So we need some luck. So the obvious choice is going with the Shamrocks. We need luck. This is a clover. Get lucky with this name. I think it's all there is to say about this relocation option. Which stadium do we go for? Basic futuristic, basic hybrid, basic sphere, basic traditional, canopy, futuristic. We're gonna go with a futuristic one this time. Just want to see the difference this makes. Probably gonna be a little bit more windy. This is always a big push having these closed stadium types, but we're gonna go with this one here. Finish renovations, Cloverfield. Now that's actually a really clever name for this stadium, and everything's in green, guys. Isn't that nice? Yeah, it is. Alright, week 1 of regular season, and this is where we will be finalizing this team now. We've got 53 out of 53. I cut 2 players. One was Kirk Cousins and one was CJ Ham. Didn't really feel the need that I would have to keep them around. Looking at the team, 76 offense, 77 defense, 76 overall. Looking good so far. Let's try and improve on that. Teams have cut players, and this is usually where you get other interesting players, and this is exactly what I'm hoping for right here. The quarterback situation is a very strange one right now because there's only below 70 rated QBs around. Kirk Cousins, again, I cut him 68 now. This is really horrible. I don't even know how to proceed with this here because, yeah, the QBs that we have, I don't think that they will be really helping us a lot here. The players that are available now, not that great. What about running back? Let's just take a look in here. No new players have been released. It's mostly defensive players that are available. Fullback, as you can see, CJ Ham was snapped up. He was available. He isn't anymore. On wide receivers, we've got Josh Reynolds, 30 and 76. And that is about it. Marcus Valdes-Scantling would be available. Devontae Parker, Tim Patrick again down here. And yeah, Sterling Shepard, nice. Isaiah McKenzie, Greg Dortch, Allen Robinson. How far would we have to go for my man, Robbie Chosen? Or did he retire? Did he retire? Nah, don't think so. But he's not in here anymore. Oh, that sucks. That is not great. Well, let's continue looking. Tight ends. Robert Tonyan has become available. Let's just add him to the team. We're going to decide on the final look of the team later on after cutting the players left, right and center. On left tackle. Oh, Pat McCarry, man. That would be fun to bring him in. Donovan Smith, the highest rated one. Not going to be going for anybody here. AJ Cam, James Hurst, yeah, not really hopeful. At center, Liam Eichenberg at center, that's interesting. But this is a problem. We don't have quality centers. Trey Turner at right guard still available, but nobody has been added here. Right tackle, nobody new. No, that sucks. Left edge, Emmanuel Ogba. This is a new addition. We're immediately gonna add him. Great player on the Dolphins. Let's hope he's great for us as well. Next up, D tackles. Jaron Reed, Matt Yanidis. No new players have been added here. Right edge, Derek Burnett, Yannick Ngakwe, Chandler Jones. Yeah, no, nobody new. Left as a linebacker, Jadeveon Clowney. All right, let's just add him. We're gonna, again, give this team its final look within a few moments. Anybody else? No. Mid linebackers. Oh, Mario freaking Davis. Welcome to the team. Another big name has been added to the Clovers, Shamrocks, whatever. Josh Obert, Nicholas Morrow, Caden Ellis, Denzel. Yeah, you won't get any calls from me. Alex Singleton's in here. Interesting. Right outside linebacker, Randy Gregory, 32-72. I don't know what my highest rated right outside linebacker was, so let's just bring him in. Don't see any other players. Cornerbacks, Jonathan Jones, 78. Let's add him again. Just there has been some regression going on, I think. So let's just bring in the players and then just keep the best ones around, the ones that we believe in. All right. Free safety. No new names. Strong safety. Keanu Neal is the only one. Kickers, Brandon Aubrey. Interesting. 30 and 76. He's got high kick power, but not accuracy. So that's that. And the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez. 30 and 77. Let's bring him in. We're gonna compare notes right there. Let's just see what happens. All right. I think we have brought in all of the interesting players. Now, let's just give this roster its final look right here. Quarterbacks, Jacoby Brissett is back, 72, 32 years of age. We've got Joshua Dobbs and Derek Carr. I feel solid with this one, I feel good with this one. Throw powers, Jacoby Brissett actually has the highest. The accuracy, short accuracy, Joshua Dobbs has the highest one. But apart from that, they're all pretty much the same. Speed, accuracy, they're not really the running type. If you want to look for a mobile one, that would be Joshua Dobbs. On their running back side, we've got Aaron Jones, we've got Alvin Kamara, Kareem Hunt, James Conner. I feel super happy with this setup. This is going to work very well. Zach Ertz at fullback, no questions asked. Wide receivers, Kendrick Bourne, Odell Beckham Jr., Michael Thomas, Brandon Cooks, and Adam frickin' Thielen. Tight ends, Mo Ali Cox, we've got OJ Howard, Johnny Smith, and Robert Tonyan. Interesting, Robert Tonyan actually is the lowest rated. Strength-wise, he is higher rated than Mo Ali Cox, but lower than all the others. Catching is high though, 93. Ooh, that is interesting. Catching traffic, 70. Let's Spectacular catch, 80. If I would have to replace someone, I would actually replace OJ Howard, to be honest. But I am liking what he has in speed and acceleration. So I do feel like maybe Jonas Smith is the one that has to go. Yeah, let's cut Jonas Smith. I just want to have those 93 catch ratings in there, man. Crazy good. Wrong button. Let's go. Left tackle, Charles Leno, Joseph Noteboom, solid. Left guard, Isaac Siomalu, Laken Tomlinson, also solid. Billy Price at center and John Feliciano. Don't forget, we are getting buffs here, alright? The green arrows are permanent buffs that we get because of the staff settings. Right guard, Kevin Zeitler and Graham Glasgow. Super solid setup. George Fant and Jermaine Ifedi looking solid at the right tackle position, lowest rated except for the center position. On defense, left edge, Emmanuel Ogba immediately the highest rated one, then Tyquan Lewis. Larry Ogunjobi is going to be cut. There we go. Right edge, Dietrich Boyce Jr. and then Samson Ebukam. Nice setup, I like that. D tackles, Maurice Hurst, David Onyemata, Michael Pierce and Fletcher Cox. This is good as well. Left outside linebackers, we've got Davian Clowney, we've got Tyus Bowser and Frank Clark. I did bring him back. Who's better, Tyus Bowser or Frank Clark? What's his strength? 75, 80. Yeah, it's gonna be Frank Clark. I need a strong player here. A player that can pile on the pressure, just really do nasty stuff with defenses. Mid linebackers, CJ Mosley, Drew Tranquil, Anthony Walker, Demario Davis, and Eric Kendricks. Out of all of these players, I really hate to cut players, but I have to do that. So Eric Kendricks will be the one to leave. Demario Davis, Anthony Walker, Drew Tranquil, CJ Mosley, just too good to pass up on these. Just looking at the strength here, that's important. 74. Yeah, that did go down a bit. So there we go. Cutting Kendricks. Right as a linebacker, Shaquille Barrett. Got Randy Gregory and Preston Smith, who's actually, I think I'm going to be cutting Randy Gregory. He's only slightly higher rated, but the strength, the awareness is better here. Preston Smith, let's cut him. Very similar, actually, both of them. Really hard to distinguish. And now we have a boatload of cornerbacks. So Stephon Gilmore, James Bradbury, Michael Davis, Levi Wallace, Jonathan Jones, Marcus Peters, and Byron Jones. We're going to be cutting Byron Jones. He's the lowest rated player at the moment. There we go. And I think we can also cut Marcus Peters. I did like his strength. It's the highest one out of all of these players. But Jonathan Jones, just quicker, faster, stronger. Let's release you. There we go. Free safety, Tracy Walker and Adrian Phillips. And strong safeties, Marcus May and Chuck Clark. I mean, I was thinking, what if we converted one of the cornerback players to a free safety? Could that work? I think it could actually. Alright, I think I'm going to be doing that. Kicker, punter. So yeah, we're going to be going to Rigoberto Sanchez. He just has higher ratings. Goodbye, Brian. Don't be angry. Yeah, I had to do that. Right, we will be giving away all of these draft picks here, and we will be clearing out the practice squad. That, of course, is something that is certain. So this is it. Feast your eyes upon the Shamrocks, the Salt Lake City Shamrocks, the team that we will try to get into the playoffs again this season. Again, I'm looking at a team and I'm really seeing a lot of fantastic names, especially the running backs, more often than not, really high quality. Our receiving core also very high quality. The quarterback, that is always the position that's very questionable. We've got a solid offensive line. I'm pretty happy with that. The tight end group is also, yeah, well, that might work. We're going to have to see how that pans out. On defense, I'm feeling way more comfortable than on offense, to be honest. These players here just really looking fantastic. We've got so many great players in here. The cornerbacks situation is super solid. Straw safety is super solid. We also switched in Marcus Peters and Byron Jones to the free safety position. I re-signed them, switched them over. They were better than the ones I had, so that's fantastic. On the linebacking situation, I like the names. I like the abilities. Of course, the core attributes are pretty high though, but the overalls are bad. So let's not get detracted by that. I like what we have here. It's a completely different team compared to last year's team. And yeah, we're just gonna have to see where we end up, what we can get done with this team here. This is just something that is the big fun aspect of this franchise series. So, guys, hope you like this episode. Do let me know what you think of the players I signed. Is there your favorite player in here maybe? And as always, hope you liked the episode. If you did, drop a like, please subscribe, means a lot to me. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.